From the Huntington Bank Studio, this is Colts 360.
Colts back home this weekend to wrap up the month of October at Lucas Oil Stadium as they welcome in the New Orleans Saints. And we are welcoming you to this week's Colts 360 alongside head coach Shane Steichen. I am Lara Overton, and last week Coach Gardner Minshew described the season so well as a 17-round fight. How accurate is that to describe last week and the battle that you guys were in coming out of the Cleveland Browns game?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's a 17-round fight for sure. I look at it as a gauntlet. Each week, you go through this preparation every single week to get ready for 3 hours on Sunday, and the work that goes into it. It's a fight every Sunday, and our guys fought and battled like crazy. We came up short there, but this just the relentlessness of our football team and battling every single week. Our record might not show it right now, but we're continuing to rise a little bit, and we just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep grinding away, and those wins are going to start coming.
Speaking of keep grinding, I know no moral victories, no silver linings, but it was a season high in terms of points and yards. When you put up 38 points, 450 plus yards on a Cleveland defense that was only allowing an average of 200 yards per game for the early part of the season, what indication is that of what this offense is providing and proving week in, week out?
Yeah, no, it just shows the growth. We're continuing to get better as an offensive unit and moving the football. And I think when you continue to do that, those wins are going to start stacking. They're going to start stacking, but you got to keep believing every single week and keep grinding away.
We saw those touchdowns by Michael Pittman Jr. and Josh Downs. Pretty cool note here. Marks the first time two Colts receivers have had touchdowns over 55 yards in the same game since week 10 of 2017. As the offensive play caller, how creative do guys like that allow you to be with your offense?
Yeah, no, it's good. When you got explosive players like Pittman and Downs that can create those big plays, it obviously helps your offense, and Jim Bob Cooter, our offensive coordinator, does a heck of a job, with those guys week in and week out. So it was good to see. We got to keep doing it.
Another thing that was good to see, Jonathan Taylor back in the end zone, his first touchdown of the season. He is our guest coming up a little bit later. We have seen JT and Zach Moss now a handful of games working in tandem. With the complement that those guys are with their strengths and the skill set, how much are you able to kind of grind down defenses with the rotation at those backs?
Yeah, no, it's huge to have that 1-2 punch with those guys in the backfield, to mix those guys in. JT's running hard, he's getting back to himself, rolling, and Zach's been running good all year. So it's definitely a luxury to have both those guys back there.
Yeah, how close are we seeing Jonathan to kind of being at full form, full strength, and that explosiveness, that home run hit ability that you've noted?
Yeah, no, you see that week in and week out, starting to grow and grow and grow. Getting him back, into the fold has been tremendous. So I just want to continue to see that growth week in and week out.
I want to turn attention to the defensive side of the ball. There are so many guys that we could talk about. Of course, another week, Zaire Franklin. I mean, we could do that every single week, but it's another game with 10-plus tackles. Kenny Moore had an incredible day, monster day, 10 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a sack and a half, but then also Julian Blackmon. That's the one I want to point to. 2 tackles for loss, 2 passes defense, and interception. Very well could have been 2 interceptions. How dynamic of a player is Julian Blackmon in that secondary?
He's great. He's got great range back there, especially when we're in our middle close coverage, just reading the quarterback. I mean, the interception that he made was awesome. He was in the middle post, and he sprinted over underneath that high 7 route to get the interception, which was awesome. So just continue to see those plays week in and week out will be good for us.
Also saw Shaq Leonard take on a heavier workload as he has progressed over the course of the last few weeks. One thing I noted on the radio broadcast is I think this is the most power we have seen Shaq put on display in probably 2 years. How much growth are you seeing for him, and how much confidence are you seeing him build up as his workload just progressively?
Yeah, no, it's been great to see him, what he's overcome, and now he's getting into full season, into the season, and just the way he's working and progressing week in and week out. Stepping up and making plays has been good to see.
Your opponent this week, the New Orleans Saints, they get a little extra rest coming off that Thursday game in which they lost to Jacksonville. How much can you draw upon having those recent opponents, being that you guys played Jacksonville just 2 weeks ago, and that's going to be the most recent game that New Orleans is coming out of?
Yeah, I know it's big. Obviously, you have a whole bunch of tape to go off. Obviously Jacksonville just playing them, but got a ton of respect for the New Orleans Saints and what they do defensively. Obviously, I got to look at their offense, but got a ton of respect for them. It'll be a heck of a challenge.
Coach, always appreciate the time as always. Back at home, Lucas Oil Stadium, 1 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. Thanks so much for the time.
All right, thank you.
You better be able to defend the entire field. You won't be able to plan for what we're doing. You never know what we're going to come out in. So I think that really keeps defenses on their toes, but it's exciting for players because you get to score and make plays in different ways now.
Coming up, Jonathan Taylor is back. Following his first touchdown of the season, JT sits down in studio to talk expectations and his development under Shane Steichen. That's next on Colts 360.
When the Colts score, the kids win. Meijer, the official super center of the Colts, and the Colts will donate $500 to Riley Children's Foundation for every Colts touchdown pass this season. For updates throughout the season and to learn more about how you can donate to Riley Children's Foundation, visit Colts.com/Meijer. Forte Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is proud to be the team physicians of the Indianapolis Colts. At Forte, fellowship-trained physicians and staff provide comprehensive, specialized sports medicine and orthopedic care to active patients of all ages. To learn more, visit forteortho.com. Shotgun snap. They give it to Taylor, right side, angling into the end zone. Touchdown! INDY! For the first time in 2023, it's Jonathan Taylor finding the end zone.
First touchdown of the season for Jonathan Taylor, and no doubt one of just many more to come. JT, third game back, you already find the end zone. How significant was a step in that for you coming off of the injury to finding full form?
I think it was very important to be out of the end zone in over 290 days, well over 300 days. It was very pivotal to get back in there. It's a place that I've missed very dearly, so I was super excited to get back in.
You could tell the crowd was so excited too, welcoming you there into the end zone, and not just the team's leading rusher on Sunday against Cleveland. You also had 3 receptions for 45 yards. What is most exciting to you about the way you're being utilized in this offense with Coach Steichen and Jim Bob?
I think with Steichen and Jim Bob, just being able to utilize all of the players they have, all of their talents, you better be able to defend the entire field. You won't be able to plan for what we're doing. You never know what we're going to come out in. So I think that really keeps defenses on their toes, but it's exciting for players because you get to score and make plays in different ways now.
And what's so much fun is to watch the celebration there in the end zone. You were engulfed by the offensive line. I think you leaped into the arms of, I believe it was Ryan Kelly when you got back there. And a couple weeks ago, we were talking and you said that, last year when people were critical of the offensive line, you didn't like to see that. You knew how hard those guys were working, and certainly through the early part of the season, that has been such a productive group. What are you seeing from your offensive line to which you have said, who would not want to run behind those guys?
Like you mentioned, who wouldn't want to run behind them, not just because of how they play on the field, but the type of people that they are, the type of workers that they are. And when you see guys who work like that day in and day out, you have no doubt that when Sunday comes, they'll be prepared, they'll be ready to execute, so it makes you want to go all out.
Another guy who has gone all out, Zach Moss, the tandem of you two at the running back spot is so exciting for this offense. How much do you guys complement each other, your skill sets, and really play off of one another in this offense?
I think we play off each other very well, especially just coming back to the sideline. Hey, what are you seeing? Letting him know what I'm seeing. And then also just watching him, his contact balance is amazing. I need to add that spin move into my repertoire that he uses. But just being able to communicate with one another on and off the field and then watch each other make plays.
You mentioned wanting to pick up the spin move, and one thing that has been a signature of yours, this is something that Coach Steichen would reiterate over and over, is your home run hitting ability. But as you are in this part of your career, what is an aspect of your game that you've tried to further develop?
Number one really is efficiency. A lot of times when plays break down, are you able to get back to the line of scrimmage and eliminate a negative run? A lot of things like that go a long way, and I don't think people understand how a running back can really affect the game by keeping you on schedule and not getting behind the sticks.
Gardner Minshew tried to steal some yards from the running backs. He had 2 rushing touchdowns of his own against Cleveland. The veteran quarterback, what presence, what element has he brought to the offense?
I think he brought a competitive edge to the offense. I think you see, even on his touchdown runs, he's taking off, he's making guys miss, he's hitting spin moves. He's having fun with it, but he's a competitor. He knows when he smells the end zone, he smells blood in the water. So when you see a guy like that competing, it rallies guys around him and makes you want to fight with him.
And I know your rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson, obviously out for the season due to injury. It was a small sample size that we got to see you guys on the field together. But you had plenty of time of watching him develop that early part of this season. What indication do you have of what this offense is going to be for years to come with the future of Anthony Richardson, and now you're locked in long term?
I think the biggest thing I saw was a poise from a young guy. When you have a young quarterback, a lot of times they may get frantic, maybe a defense they haven't seen before. They can tend to get frantic with the ball. I mean, I've seen a young guy who just stayed poised the entire time. And it was really, I think, Los Angeles Rams. I mean, just watching him rally guys around him and will the guys around him to play at a higher level. And I think that's what you want, especially out of a young quarterback.
With all the experience, all the perspective that you have, what is the advice that you share with Anthony as he goes through these next few months? Certainly going to be challenging, but with his entire career ahead of him with so much excitement to look forward to.
Really let him know to just remember the goal at hand. Just previously coming out of that injury stint, knowing some days could be mundane. You may not get that progress you wanted that next day, but understand the long-term goal is to get back on the field and do what you love. So take it every single day. Just take the next step little by little. You've
got another home opportunity coming up against the New Orleans Saints, but coming off of that Cleveland game, so impressive. I mean, you guys score 38 points. You have 450-plus yards total offense. What indication is that of what this offense can be when you have that type of a performance up against what is known to be the toughest defense in the league to this point of the season?
I think it shows the direction we're going, but I think it also shows us areas where we can clean up to be able to advance even further. So being able to extract information from this last game and to continue to apply it moving forward, I think that will continue to make big strides.
All right, I can't get through an interview with you, Jonathan, without talking track and field. You were a track athlete in addition to your football career at Wisconsin. I had a much less illustrious track and field career of my own at Indiana. What was the strongest element of your sprint game when you were in college?
I think the strongest element of my sprint game would have to be, I would say, my strength, that long speed strength. A lot of times when you have a long run or you're sprinting long distance, it's not usually who's the fastest, but it's usually who slows down the least. So being able to condition your body to be able to withstand that speed for a certain distance, I think is huge. So just being able to have that endurance to really take it the distance.
We see that translate very well into football, obviously, as well. If you had to assemble a 4x100 of your teammates, who would the other three legs be of that relay?
Definitely would have to be. I'm just sad that he's down right now. But Dallas Flowers, he has incredible speed. Also down again, but Ashton Doolin, I mean, that guy can fly. And then the last spot would be a tough spot on offense, defense. It's that last person I feel like has to really be able to run the curve.
You gotta be, oh yeah.
He has to really be able to run the curve. I really like, I may have to go Josh down. I mean, he's pretty fast. He's really fast. We'll have to see how his long distance speed is. I mean, you guys saw a little taste of that last Sunday, so he can pick them up and put them down.
And you talk about the poise. You got to have the poise when you're bringing the stick around, and he certainly has the poise like his fellow rookie, Anthony Richardson. We appreciate the time so much, Jonathan. Always one of the most exciting parts of game day, hearing you guys introduced, coming out of the tunnel. Can't wait to hear the offense come out on the field. So we're going to take a look at last week. We're going to take you all access onto the field, a little pre-game point of view with Colts Productions. Take a look.
Hey man, it's simple, man. Do your job for 60 minutes. Yeah. Play for your brother next to you and dominate the line of scrimmage, man. Let's go. Come on. Churches on three. 1, 2, 3. Church. Come on, man. We warriors, boy. We warriors, boy. Man, we be in the go get it tribe. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, boy. Let's do that. Let's go. Come on. Hey, all week, heard how good they is. All week, heard what they bring to the table. Hey, guess what? It's our house. It's good on good, right? It's good on good, right? Hey, Q, I need you today. Hey, Raymond, I need you today. Hey, Buck, I need you today. Hey, I need you today. I got all y'all. To the end. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Coach on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, he's going up to the... Okay. Let's go! baby. Go Ball! Let's go! Go Ball! Let's go!
For me, it's just an ode to the strong women that raised me, and just trying to help young women in our communities, and not only that, just kind of help the youth in our community in Indianapolis as well.
And still ahead, Indy's favorite Philly boy combines his love of cheesesteaks with his commitment to giving back. League-leading tackler Zaire Franklin explains his mission off the field. Next on Colts 360.
This season, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is teaming up with the Colts to shine a light on outstanding small businesses. Indy's our hometown, and boosting local business is just one way we want to thank this great city. Go to Colts.com/Anthem Spotlight to nominate your favorite small business today. Anthem and the Colts, helping Hoosier small businesses score. It's time now for the Forum Credit Union Question of the Week. How many touchdown passes did Peyton Manning throw against the Saints on September 28, 2003? 6, which ties an Indianapolis Colts record held by Manning. Visit the Forum Credit Union fan forum section of Colts.com to interact with other fans online. Forum Credit Union, helping members live their financial dreams.
Welcome back to Colts 360. Well, with Halloween approaching, Colts players traded their uniforms for costumes as they visited patients at Riley Hospital for Children. And as you'll see, it was all treats, no tricks.
Oh, don't leave Blue hanging. Don't leave Blue hanging. I mean, it means the world to me, just coming in here, seeing their smiles, seeing the enjoyment they get, especially when they see Blue. I think that was the biggest thing for them. There's so much that they have to go through at such a young age that no child should have to go through, and just love seeing them smile.
When we have the Colts come and meet with our families and our patients, it says two things to them. One is that we see you and you matter, and two is we are with you, that the Colts are on the same journey as these patients who are going through oftentimes very challenging times. And so they're seen and they know they have a team behind them, and that's the best of what the Colts represent.
He's a team captain and also the leading tackler in the NFL, but Zaire Franklin is also a passionate philanthropist and community advocate. Zaire launched his foundation back in 2019, Zydrunas Angels, in honor of his late mother to help children across central Indiana and also back in his hometown of Philadelphia. And Zaire recently partnered with local restaurant Hoagies and Hops for a fan favorite fundraiser.
Hi, Chris. Yeah, I'm here with Zaire Franklin. We are here for a dine and donate at Hoagies and Hops. This is for your foundation, Zydrunas Angels. So how did you have this partnership kind of come to me?
Yes, I was made aware of that, it was basically a Philly hangout spot here a couple years ago. Had the pleasure of meeting Christina. She's from Jersey. We connected immediately. She's always doing great things for a great cause. I told her a little bit about my mission statement with Zydrunas Angels to help young women and young people from tough areas, and it was just a partnership that was very natural. And look, man, we got great steaks, we got great vibes, signing some autographs, so definitely appreciate it for everybody coming out and supporting. Hello, hey, what's up, Jay? What's up, man? How you doing, brother? How you guys doing? What's up? So I've been singing your praises all day, for sure. Of course.
We got you right back here. Don't wait.
No, for sure. What's up, gang? Hello, how you doing?
Derrick Henry Slater.
Would you like a picture?
Please.
Okay. Signing some autographs, here to support a great cause. Zydrunas Angels means so much to me. It's named after my late mother. For me, it's just an ode to the strong women that raised me, and just trying to help young women in our communities, and not only that, just kind of help the youth in our community in Indianapolis as well.
Come on up, Gio.
Gio, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming out, man.
Yes, sir. Can I get a picture?
Oh, of course. You want to sign one too?
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Let's do it then.
You play for the blue team.
Oh, okay. Did you like the blue team or the white team? Okay, right on. There we go. That's all we needed. That's all I needed to know. Here you go. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming out, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it.
Of course. Hard to not take a bite of this, man. I'll let you know that the mustard is a fan favorite.
in the building, especially Shane. Everybody like mustard, and Anthony likes mustard too. So if Shane and Anthony like mustard on their cheesesteak, everybody should like mustard on their cheesesteak. I was always taught to try to leave a community better than how you found it. Just, you know, being here in Indianapolis for 6 years, being so welcomed by the community here. The people here are great, the fans here are great, and, you know, they need us. They need to see our presence, they need to feel us, and any chance that I can to try to help support them and be around them and motivate and raise money for good causes, anything I can do to help to lead a place better than how I found it, I'm gonna try to do that. Mic check, mic check. How everybody doing today? Yeah, I just want to give a special shout out to Miss Christine. Thank you so much. And Hoagies and Hops. I just want to say definitely a special shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Just trying to continue to pass the torch and help those along that's less fortunate, that was in situations that I was, and pass on the same lessons that you know, I learned from powerful women that came before me. So once again, just thank you guys so much for coming out to help out such a great cause. Great cheesesteaks, great hoagies, great beer. I ain't drinking today. I got practice tomorrow. I ain't drinking. I promise. Please don't tell Shane. Once again, thank you guys for coming out, man. Enjoy your time, and I appreciate you guys for supporting. Go Colts.
That's a wrap for this week's episode of Colts 360. Colts back home to host the Saints Sunday, 1 o'clock kickoff at Lucas Oil Stadium. Thanks for getting ready for game day with us. And be sure in the meantime to catch all the latest Colts news and updates via the Colts app, Colts.com, and the Colts social platforms. You can also download the official Colts podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. Here is a preview of this week's episode.
To me, what I'm looking at with Shane Steichen coming out of this game, he put his players in the best positions to make plays against, like you said, Lara, a defense that was allowing 200 yards per game, 3.8 yards per play. Those are historic paces that this Browns defense was on, 15.4 points per game. The Colts went down and they scored. I mean, they had, 3 or 4 touchdown drives of 75 yards against this defense, this Browns defense. Shane Steichen found ways to defeat a defense that no one else could beat all season long.